Good evening and welcome to v8sonline's live and exclusive broadcast of the iRacing NASCAR Truck Series, brought to you by our good friends at Sim Instruments and v8sonline Superstore. I'm your host tonight, Clayton Brooks, and alongside me I've got Anthony Kernich. How are you, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's the way, mate. Up for your second broadcast. Last night provided some pretty good racing. Should see some good racing from Chicagoland Speedway tonight.
Yeah, this track is a lot more wide open, and the draft in play. I should see a lot of cars quite close together.
Yeah, keen to see how the draft's going to play out tonight. Obviously going to be about positioning yourself in the right spot for that last couple of laps.
Yeah, this track you can tend to stay quite close to the guy in front of you, so you can make your move as you want.
Sorry, I missed that, director. Sorry. Yeah, we've got the standings up from for the trucks series at the moment. We've got Nathan Britton leading on 609 points with Sandman 594, Mitch Abrahall on 580, Wayne Burke 570, Tiffy Jackson's 554, Tony Ortridge 550, Simon Walker 521, Jason Martin 432, Michael Schreier 377, Jake Blackhall on 330. In 11th spot, we've got Rob Hartley on 317, Chris Brooks 315, Luke's 285, 273, Andrew Wren, closely followed by Todd Galvin on 272, Jay Kennedy on 261, Reese Gardner 253, Tim Foltz on 249, Jason Harmon 246, and Shannon Wright on 238. It's tell you what, there's not much separating the top 6 or 7 guys at the moment.
We're only at the halfway point of the season, and the drop weeks yet to take effect. Points won't really shake out until we get to sort of week 9, week 10.
Yeah, that's right. As drop rounds come into effect, obviously it's going to change that up a bit. But really, it's really anyone's championship at the moment, though. Anyone could really stamp their authority on this. I believe we got second in the championships, Sandman. Can you hear us there, mate?
Loud and clear, boys. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How you been enjoying practice for tonight's race?
It's been good. Lead up to tonight's run has been quite good. Qualifying's been quite interesting. It's certainly a bit of a handful, this setup around Chicagoland. It can get your attention as far as being quite loose off of turn 2 and 4, but no, it's actually not too bad, and it should be good over a long run.
Have you been able to do many laps this week, or are you sort of just jumping in at the deep end with a bit of practice tonight?
No, we shook the cobwebs off the old Coke Zero Chevy Silverado the other day, and it actually felt quite good out of the box. So probably not as fast as what the two up there. Rob's put down a pretty impressive time to be in the 7s, but we're happy to be in the 8s, but anything can happen in the race, so really looking forward to it.
Do you want to take us on a lap there, Sam?
Yeah, good timing as I cross the start-finish line here. You're full throttle into turn 1. You just want to breathe the throttle a little bit. Try to get the truck down when you can. When you feel that you got the pace, you just get back straight into the throttle again. You don't lift all the way off the throttle. You just sort of crack it a little bit and try to keep that momentum down the back straight. Again, just off the throttle, probably half to 3/4 throttle. You can feel the truck really moving around, back on the throttle, full throttle again up off the turn. Oh, and just touching the wall there. So you can see just how easy it is that the thing gets away from you. They're really loose off the turns, but it should be a good one tonight.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Should be some really good action tonight. There's not many yellow flags for you guys. Anthony, you've obviously done plenty of laps around Chicagoland. What's your take on the track, mate?
Yeah, this track's quite typical for many NASCAR tracks. It's 1.5 miles around. fairly high banked, a lot of wide open throttle with draft tending to come into play much more than the short track at Iowa last week.
We're just going to get the race preview up for you. Yeah, we've got pit lane speed of 72 kilometres an hour. 35 laps for the guys tonight. Track length of 2.46 kilometres. And we've got a 2700 strength of field tonight, so it's getting up there for this Aussie split, which is good to see.
So we might see some pit stops tonight. I forget about 8-9 laps and caution comes out. We should see most of the field hit the pits. Tyres fall off quite quickly here with the high speeds. Just going to go through the starting grid. We got on pole position Rob Lee with a 31.7. Alongside him, Jason Martin. Then Sandman in P3, P4, Tony Ortridge, P5, Tim Jackson, P6, Simon Walker, P7, Nathan Britton, P8, Martin Carroll, Position 9, Jason Hardman, Position 10, Scott McQueen, Position 11, Michael Schreier, Position 12, Chris Brooks, starting out of scratch, Position 13, Chris Tarrant, who did not qualify.
Guys are just starting their formation lap behind the pace car. Good to see Rob Lee back out there driving. He's
good luck, fellas.
I don't think we've seen him for a couple of rounds, so it's good to see him out there.
Yes, Rob's very quick on these high-speed tracks of this track, so him and Jason Martin should be, with their very good qualifying times, should be fighting it out for the win.
I was just about to ask you, have you got a prediction for the win tonight?
Expect it to be between Rob and Jason, unless some major drama happens. Those two pretty quick, week in, week out. But with this draft, I mean, you can keep up. It's virtually impossible to pull away with this fixed set, unless you've got a major speed advantage. Pace car in and Rob Lee trolling the start.
I tell you, Sandman's got a really good start underneath Jason Martin there. He's got the low line heading into turn 1.
Tony Ortridge inside of Jason Martin. We said the inside line on these restarts and these tracks is much more of an advantage. The line here is all the way along the bottom, so top lane is a major problem.
Yeah, there was easy evidence to see there. Jason Martin couldn't get down low and lost 2 positions because of it.
So got the field pretty quickly in the single file. But we got Sandman touching the apron a little bit there, getting a little bit loose. Ortridge is going to look. Obviously, this track with the drafting play, if you start getting side by side, the guys in front and behind can catch up or pull away. And we got Sandman a little bit loose there at turn 4, and Orchard's just going to look inside him.
Yeah, he mentioned it felt a little bit loose, and just looking at some of the drivers' comments from before the race, there's quite a few complaining about the looseness of the set, and it's really given Rob Lee the gap there with Sandman getting a little loose.
This iRacing always tends to set these high-speed track setups quite loose for the first 4 or 5 laps, and then they tend to get a lot better as the run goes along. Got Rob Lee pulling away here.
We've got Scott McQueen down the inside of Chris Brooks, further back for position 11. wasn't able to make the low line stick then, Scott.
And we've got Jason Martin moving up alongside Orchard in turn 4. Obviously, this track you are allowed to go into that apron on the front straightaway. There's no out of bounds here. Not seeing him utilise it on this occasion. Going down there does tend to make the car quite loose because there's no banking on that particular part of the track. But it is a useful part of the track, especially late in the race if you're trying to make a 3 or 4 wide pass. And you can see these two racing side by side how quickly the top two pull away. Got Martin clear now of turn 4.
Yeah, if I start fighting over that racing line, it really does hamper your momentum.
Two cars side by side.
Tony Autry is under all kinds of pressure from Timothy Jackson and Nathan Britton as well now.
Yeah, just getting loose. Oh, and Tim Jackson quite loose on turn 2 there into the apron. Had to back off the throttle. That's going to cost him a lot of momentum right there.
Yeah, he did well not to turn it around there. He
got Orchard in trouble. Oh, got hard in the wall of turn 4. Orchard. Oh, got car upside down, flipping down the front stretch. But Martin Carroll's also involved. Caution is out. Heavy damage to Orchard.
Yeah, it was Timothy Jackson as well that was involved in some of that damage. Bring up
Looking from the replay, it looks like Orchard's just got into the apron, touched the white line and got him loose, and Nathan Britton had nowhere to go and tagged him in the right rear and around, hard into the wall.
Yeah, a couple of drivers not real happy with outcome there, but that's all part of racing.
See, with these difficult setups, it tends to create some drama. But someone avoided that very nicely. Simon Walker got through that incident very well.
Got quite a few cars in the pit lane. Pretty much everyone's died for the pit lane.
Yeah, we got the whole field in. We've run seven laps. Tyres fall off about 0.6 of a second. Should see everyone take 4 tyres here. Virtually suicide to take 2 tyres. Might see some guys leaving fuel out of the cars here. Make the cars a little bit tighter.
Yeah, they're all around the 14 seconds for the pit stops. Apart from the guys that have got sustained damage.
So we got Tim Jackson's jumped Jason Martin.
I think Tim Jackson suffered a bit of damage.
Yeah, that's
I don't know how the aero is going to be with that car.
Oh, it's going to kill him over here because with draft and aero so important, any damage will kill you in the corners and on the straights. He might even blow up if there's enough front damage. No, damage the radiator. I wouldn't be surprised to see him re-pit here and fix some of that.
While we're under yellow, we've got Sandman on the mic. How did you find the first few laps, Sandman?
Yeah, not too bad, boys. Obviously early days, just waiting for the truck to get into a bit of a rhythm, but just before that yellow came out, I actually probably thought that I was starting to catch the 2 of Rob, so, but no, so far so good.
You're under quite a bit of pressure early there from Tony Aldridge.
Yeah, I had a bit of a wobble coming out of turn 4, and he had a red hot go at me, so which was to be expected. He's a great steerer, and obviously I think he's just had his fair share of dramas. I haven't seen too much of the incident, so fingers crossed his night's not over. But yeah, it was good, but I'm going to have my hands full here with Rob. These guys, him and Jason, they're pretty good steerers, so should be fun.
The start of the race, was sort of that the low line's the best line. How are you going to manage that from the high line tonight on this restart?
Just have to wait and see. There's a couple of bumps up there that sort of annoy a little bit, but probably not too bad at the start, but I don't want to be up there too long, so I'll be trying to get down a little bit when I can. We'll see how we go.
They're about to take the green. Hope for some clean racing.
It's obviously with no cars a lap down when that yellow came out. The caution was relatively quick.
Pace car pulls in.
Should see Rob control another restart, and he has. Very good restart from Rob. Sam had a little bit of trouble getting going, might have spun his tyres a little bit there. Possibly could have been in the wrong gear too.
Yeah, Timothy Jackson is definitely the winner out of that, but like we said, we're not sure how his car's going to react.
I'm surprised it can keep up with all this damage on a track like this. But we got
a couple of cars.
Scott McQueen trying to make something work on the high side. But Sandman's now inside of Simon Walker.
Chris Tarrant underneath Michael Schreier. He's got the job done there.
But Chris Brooks quite loose at turn 2. But Jason Martin inside of Tim Jackson should clear him quite comfortably.
Also right behind we've got Sandman underneath Walker.
Yeah, Simmons had a bit of trouble here clearing him. Should see him get through here at turn 1. Oh, a little bit too high for his liking. Oh, and getting quite loose on turn 2. This setup is quite troublesome for the first 5 laps. Tim Jackson doing an interesting job with this heavy front damage. This thing mustn't be hampering too much.
Jason Martin has checked out pretty quickly from him. Got his teammate Simon Walker right behind.
Obviously he's having a little bit of trouble keeping up. Obviously this front damage is creating quite a bit of drag. Top 2 is starting to open up about 6-7 truck lengths already. Maybe for 3 or 4 laps after this restart. Obviously their aim now would be probably to line up and try and break this draft of the 3 or 4 trucks behind them.
But Jason Martin is really on the hammer at the moment. He's catching up to Rob Lee. So Rob's not going to have this all his own way. Obviously he's whipping that draft, so he's going to keep reeling him in.
Yeah, Tim Jackson's obviously holding the guys up behind him. They've fallen back almost a second now, which is the region where the draft is broken, where you cannot catch up again. So Sandman looking, we've got now 3 wide almost.
Yeah, Tim Jackson's really positioned his teammate in the wrong spot there.
Got Tim Jackson in the wall. Obviously this damage is really starting to cause some issues now. Yeah, just not turning for him.
He's doing a good job, but yeah, like you said, he's held up the guys, and Jason Martin and Rob Lee have really checked out a bit.
Got almost 2 seconds.
2 second gap.
Yeah. 2 seconds on the rest of the field. With 20 laps to go. This is not a long time. About 10 minutes. We've got Tim Jackson in the wall again. Up turn 2.
As Jason Hardman gets past, he would have been keen to get that pass done. He wouldn't want to let a chance of a podium position slip away by getting held up.
Obviously, this damage is really starting to cause some issues now.
Chris Brooks just hit the wall hard at the exit of turn 4. It's led got McQueen down the inside.
As I said last week, you don't really want to be hitting the walls around here and causing damage to your aero, especially if you're not. You can also damage your toe, and if you knock the toe out, those who are familiar with the V8, you're pretty much gone here. It kills your speed. Scott McQueen up in the wall in turn 4. Just understeered up.
We're just going to check in with the leaders. Jason Martin's still all over the back of Rob Lee, just sitting there. I've seen Jason Martin do this before. He'd be happy to sit there and just till the last couple of laps before he makes his move, I think.
Yeah, so Rob's going to do everything he can to keep him behind him. He's, from experience, he's not a man who likes to be passed with 3 or 4 laps to go. These two obviously have raced together before, and I've raced with both of them, so they're not gonna do anything silly.
Yeah, no, probably two of Australia's most experienced oval car racers, I think.
Yes, Rob's been on iRacing for over 5 years now, and I believe got into pro in 2009. So he's got a lot of experience. And obviously, with these two 3 seconds in front of the field, they can pretty much do what they want, and they know they're not going to be caught.
Timothy Jackson's still holding on to the back of Hardman, so he's doing well. The draft's helping him along a little bit. I just wonder how hot that engine will be getting in the Dayco truck at the moment.
If there's these trucks, there's no option on tape configuration. We run no tape with the trucks, so the risk of blowing up isn't as great as it would be, for example, in the Nationwide car, where you're running 30-40% tape. So he's taking a look. So I've got inside of Hardman now and side by side. Yeah, and obviously this damage is affecting him because Hardman's just pulling away on the straightaway. You can visibly see him pulling away.
3 guys having a good as McQueen, Schreier and Brooks at the moment. Back for 7th, 8th for 9th position.
Obviously we're seeing some quite bigger margins between the cars in this particular race with the difficulty of getting consistent laps around here, and also with many damaged trucks. It's obviously very sensitive to damage. But Jason Martin right on Rob Lee now.
We've got Timothy Jackson down the inside of Jason Hardman into turn 1.
You got Jackson on the inside again, but
same thing, isn't it? He just can't get the job done. He looks like his aero's pushing him a bit too hard.
Yeah, it must be very, very tight at the moment with this front end damage. It's taking away too much downforce, and also Hardman's visibly pulling away from him on the straightaway, which is never a good thing.
Sandman out all on his own at the moment.
Yeah, he's just gonna ride by himself to the end of the race. He's not going to catch the guys in front, especially with them drafting together and just pulling away 2 or 3 tenths from the guys behind him.
It's definitely going to help Sandman this race if he can maintain position. He's fighting Nathan Britton in the championship, and Nathan Britton's out of the race basically, so he's going to really help Sandman championship standing wise if he can hold on.
So obviously this has been a very good strength of field with Rob and Jason's high I ratings. We should pick up about 160, 170 points for second place, well, for third place. So yeah, good outing.
We've got about 10 to go. Jason Martin's still all over the back of Lee.
Yeah, this one's going to go right to the flag. These two are too close on pace for them to be able to pull away from each other. Obviously, a phenomenon on this track we see here is called draft lock, where 2 trucks can stay together because the draft, they just stick together. And obviously their pace is virtually identical at this stage.
What's your thoughts on it? Do you think Jason Martin's holding back a little bit? Do you think he's got enough to get past Rob?
It's going to be quite tough. Rob's not a man to give you a spot if you get alongside him. I've had experience with that in the past. Jason Martin tagging the wall very slightly there shouldn't hurt him. Still just walking away from the rest of the field at the moment.
You've got a 3.1 second gap back to Sandman in third spot. He's got his own healthy margin over 4, so... Timothy Jackson's sort of fallen off the back of Hartman, but we've got Scott McQueen. He's jumped up over... with Michael Schreier, he's jumped up over Scott McQueen. And Brooks has fallen back behind the pair of them. McQueen's down on the inside, looking underneath.
Yeah, those two look like they're, we've got a little infight between them, which they should continue to the end of the race. Obviously this damage is really harming Jackson's effort now. Must be ploughing tight with that thing right now. So yeah, we've got the leaders virtually nose to tail right now.
Yeah, 6 laps to go. With the lap time of around 30 something seconds, it's not going to take long for this race to be over.
It's probably 3 minutes. It's Martin looking outside. Rob's not having to defend at this stage, and they're coming up also on Nathan Britton, who's got significant damage from that earlier incident. I wouldn't be surprised to see Martin wait until the last lap to make his move. So he has to, as we see Rob getting a little bit loose on the bottom lane, and Martin's now alongside of him. You see at this stage of the race, only 3 laps to go. If a caution does come out, it will end the race. So you've got to keep that in mind as well. So Martin's looking to cross him over here.
Tell you what, I think Martin at the moment is just exploring all of his options, trying to figure out which is the best way he can get this move done.
Yeah, he's not going to drive past him on the outside. Oh, and he's gone a little bit wide in turn 3 and 4. That's going to hurt him. He might hit the wall here. Oh, he's done a good job there. It's going to hurt him for the next lap and a half while he catches back up.
Only got 3 laps to go.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him come in high and then try and crisscross him out of a corner. Possibly out of turn 2 is a good chance. But with not much time left, there's really only one chance at it. Nathan Britton should stay right out of the way here. Obviously he's seen the 2 leaders right together. Don't want to cause any trouble. 2 laps to go now, so not much time. Oh, we've got Rob twitchy off turn 2. He's now heading towards the middle of the track, defending. That might harm him on the exit of turn 4 because he has to take a tighter line. Yes, it looks like Martin's going to try and cross him over here. Might go into the apron. No, Rob's.
No, he's got him.
So the white flag is now out. So one lap to go here at Chicagoland. But, Jason Martin's really going to try here. He's try and get to the inside and see what he can do. But Rob's defending quite aggressively now. These two should be side by side. I wouldn't be surprised to see Martin come under and then go straight to the apron. The shorter distance. Oh, and Rob's...
Oh no, he's gone out the outside. Oh. And that's it, Rob Lee. That takes the checkered flag ahead of Jason Martin. A big battle between those two. The entire race. We've got Sandman's crossed in 3rd spot.
Oh, we've got McQueen loose coming to the flag.
Yeah, unfortunately McQueen, he's dropped back behind Schreier a little bit, got very loose. He ends up coming in 7th. Chris Brooks in 9th spot. We'll
Yeah, right,
go
so the
through
race
the
results
race
are,
results.
yeah, Rob Lee takes the flag from Jason Martin by less than 1/10 of a second. Sandman in third, Simon Walker in fourth, Jason Harbin sixth, Tim Jackson surviving with his major damage to take home sixth, Michael Schrayer in P7, Scott McQueen in eighth, Chris Brooks in ninth, and then the 4 damaged trucks, Nathan Britton, Martin Carroll, Chris Tarrant, and Tony Orchard, who did not finish the race.
Well, that was a really good race. Had plenty of passing and action in that. Unfortunately, Jason Martin couldn't get Rob Lee, but good to see some green flag racing.
Yes, it's always good to see some long runs. I don't like seeing races broken up by cautions. It makes it quite frustrating.
We've got Sandman on the mic, I think. How was that, Sandman? Did you enjoy that?
G'day guys, I did, and except for that restart, looks like I've got a faulty pot in my brake pedal, and as we went green, everyone went round me and I couldn't work out what was going on. I looked down at the gauge and I could see that the brake pedal was on a little bit, so lost all that time. But you know, I'll take third. I don't know if I had the pace up there at the front of Rob and Jason. They had pretty good pace all week actually. So, yeah, good result.
You'd have to be pretty pumped with that. I think with that result, we'll go into the championship leaded, with Nathan Britton having some unfortunate dramas early in the race.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd only just saw that Britto had fallen back to that far back. I obviously didn't see the incident, so yeah, bad luck that he got caught up in the incident. But yeah, I guess for us, we'll take third. It's a good points day, but yeah, at the end of the day, we'll have to get this brake pedal sorted out for next week, because we can't have that. But still a good result. Pretty happy with that. The Coke Zero Chevy was good in qualifying, in practice, and yeah, I'll take third.
Well done, mate. We got Indy next week. You are looking forward to that?
Oh, mate! Anytime you can make a trip to the Brickyard, it's pretty special. I haven't done any laps at all in a truck there, so really looking forward to it. No doubt qualifying is going to be incredibly close. We see it each and every week with the Sim Instrument Truck Series, so yeah, looking forward to turning some laps there and hopefully a good result.
Yes, I've always liked Indy in the trucks. It's one of my favourite tracks of the trucks. It's always a good challenge to try and get this low-powered truck around there.
You might. Do you want to commentate from the race next week, Anthony?
No, got to concentrate on this run for pro.
Oh, well done, Sammy. Terrific effort in third spot, and yeah, look forward to seeing all you guys do it next week from the Brickyard. That's for sure.
Appreciate it, mate. Thanks very much. Good call, boys. Yeah, we'll see you at Indy.
Yeah, no, thanks also for jumping in and being able to give some insight onto the driving as it's sort of happening throughout the night.
I appreciate it. No worries, mate. It's yeah, it's good fun. It's actually nice to sort of give some sort of insight to some of the guys that may be starting up in iRacing or in the truck series. But yeah, no, good fun, and look forward to chatting to you next week.
No worries. Well, we might wrap it up there. Thanks a lot for helping us out tonight, Anthony. Done another fantastic job.
Yeah, it's another good race. A good race tonight.
I also like to thank Director Des. Done another terrific job as always, Des, and also thanks to Sandman for his commentary. That's all for us tonight. For Sim Instruments. Actually, I've just been told tomorrow night Daytona for Grand Am. Tune in for that. I believe is a night race. So make sure you tune in for that, guys. Around 8:40 we'll be live for that. Back on the YouTube channel. Then of course the V8s on Monday night from the first time they head off to Montreal, Canada. So another big week for sim racing coming up. Yeah, so we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for Sim Instruments and v8sonline Superstore. Your winner of the trucks tonight was Rob Lee.